in the way I talk, and you can see it in the way I walk, and you can tell by the way I drive. You can't tell by the way I fly. Then you can see it in the way I dress, and you should know this by the way I finesse. Or you can see it way before I come. Ain't gotta say where I'm from, don't act dumb, I'm from Oakland.
What up with y'all? We starting the Blizzog on the move. Mike, he wanted me to come check out this Gixxer 1000 for him. It's a K5. So we're going to actually give it a ride test. We're talking to dude a little bit. It's a track bike. It's an old track bike, similar to like how this is. It's a full street bike, but it was using the track, so it has all the track provisions, shocks are set up, everything. About the bike, we got a little bit more information about the bike, and supposedly this bike makes 187 wheel horsepower. It's absolutely an absurd amount of power for a motorcycle. A lot of motorcycles come with that kind of horsepower now, but they come with traction control and everything, right? But that's a pre-traction control bike. So only thing controlling that is that right throttle. A lot of people are in Mike's comments and on his Instagram. And at first, when he had the 750, oh no, you should get something bigger. You should get something different. You should get a 1000, right? Now Mike's looking at a 1000. No, what are you doing? You're crazy. You shouldn't get that bike. You're insane. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's so stupid. How do we make this work? Like, how do we please you, right? I know personally, which a lot of people don't know, I know that that's Mike's favorite body design. Like the 600 and 750 is close, but it's not the exact body design that he likes. It's kind of like a Kooky versus Zinky. Mike really likes that bike, and that's why he wants it. It's really not about the power, because Mike does not use the power of his 750 at all yet. So he's pretty responsible. It's not like he's a kid or anything. So he understands what power does. I mean, obviously he drives a freaking 1000 horsepower car. He understands the responsibility of his right wrist, and he's starting to ride a lot better. Now, people think he's doing the upgrade just to upgrade. He's not. He just really, really likes that bike. Let's get on the freeway and head to the meetup spot, and I'll talk to you guys then. All right, so I'm here at the meeting spot. Rode the R1. R1's feeling really good. I put the mirrors on because here's how we plan to do this test ride. So obviously I just bought that R6 from Boy. A couple things came up to not be true. It didn't have full exhaust. The headers are factory. There's a couple more damaged parts that I ended up seeing after I was able to inspect it more in my garage in good light and everything like that. And just a few other little quirks. No big monumental shit, but Mike doesn't have a keen eye like that just yet. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go on an extended test ride. We want to make sure that the bike runs well, it's functioning properly, and you know, see if Mike is too intimidated for it. This style of test ride is how I feel motorcycle test rides should be. And if you're conducting business with a motorcycle, like selling a motorcycle, I really feel like this should be the standard. Mike is gonna jump on the Gixxer, he's gonna jump on Mike's Gixxer. We're gonna ride up, get on the freeway, and then go up to Cummins Skyway. Now, Mike is intimidated of this motorcycle. He, you know, does not want to ride it, honestly. He wants me to ride it for him, but I told him I need him to ride it because he's going to be the one making the purchase. And you know what I'm saying? You need to know if it's something that you could live with or that you could deal with. It has a lot of torque. It has a good amount of torque. So I really need Mike to know if he can handle this bike. This guy has got it and had it for 4 months. Now, there's a reason he's had it for 4 months. Either he's a flip boy or this bike just ain't really all that cracking. And the price that he's asking, you know, the few things that I've already found, we could already start lowballing him, but I want to wait until we get this test ride knocked out and see how it rides and how it runs, and if it's something that Mike really does want to buy. I like it. What up, Joe? So you jump on the Gixxer, he'll jump on this. I'll jump on the Gixxer when we get to Cummins Skyway. So all you gotta do is just ride out the parking lot and then get on the freeway. If any place to like maybe see if like, woo, you know what I'm saying, the juice is to be let loose, it'll be there on the freeway.
Here, you take it away. All right.
Yeah, when we go to Cummings, he doesn't want to take it through the turn, so we'll swap there.
Okay.
He'll jump on that, you can jump on this.
All right.
And then we'll go to Highway 4 and he'll take the freeway again there, and then we'll swap back.
All right. This will feel a little bit longer.
Yeah. That one is more up front. Yep.
Like the tank ain't so.
Yeah, like up in here, yep.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. All right, so you jump on that, and then you jump on that. We're gonna go up and then down Highway 4. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, don't go on the right lane, just go straight through under the freeway, and we're right at the stoplight.
So we're gonna go to the gas station instead?
Yep.
Right.
Yep, so yeah, just make that left, we'll be at the gas station. It's a lot of torque, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, like with this, I told him to keep the cage on. We already put the case cover pucks on it, but this basically has all the same shit, but more grown up, more adult. You know, it's the actual case cover with the pucks on them, and the frame sliders to protect everything for the most part. And he got the tone, dog. We're just gonna be across the bridge at my house, and Vallejo doing some stuff to this.
Should I tell Nita to meet us at your house?
Yeah. Hey, let's mob back across the bridge.
All right, so real quick ride, real short burst. We're back at the house going over a few things that Mike liked and how he's internally battling against himself about if he's disrespecting his main things with the new chick.
I think that's sketchy. Like that shit is like when I look down, like fuck.
You're going hella fast? Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah.
This shit is digging. Like my bike, like like all right, 122.
140.
124.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit was like all right, 115. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Almost at 150.
it's that's why I don't look at speedometers. Yeah, that's how they move, man. Leader bikes are a different animal. They're Tiger King for real.
Her name.
Tiger King.
Her name Carol.
Carol?
After I went in the bush, like bitch tried to kill me.
Carol Baskins. We're going to change the wheels that Mike got. Got some wheels of some new boys on there. He's got them powder coated. They're really clean. Just, I mean, honestly, he's got the bike so modded. There's really nothing else you can do. As far as appearance and shit goes, you know what I mean? Only suggestion I would have.
Powder coat the cage.
Well, what color? Fresh gloss. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, if you about to, yeah, I was about to say, nigga. What's that thing that is tricking the timing or something?
Timing retard eliminator.
Okay. And what's that do?
The timing retard eliminator, you basically plug it in where the gear sensor is, and so you know how in first, like if you let off in first, you have hella back torque slowing the bike down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's basically retarding it. So with the TRE mod, when you put it in, it doesn't retard timing. It tricks the bike to thinking it's in the 5th gear. So you have all your power first, second, third.
Oh, he looking for you, Jeff. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Oh yeah. Jeff already know. My shit's slow.
He wants to smoke.
Yeah, I want it. I want all the smoke.